Yo, what's up, everybody? Yo, welcome back to the channel. If you've been sticking with me this whole time, I appreciate you. I love you guys. I know it's been a minute since I've been on here, and first off, I want to apologize for that. You know, shit happens to everybody. I'm not even going to get into it because who the fuck cares? We're not here for a pity party. Fuck that shit. We're here to get big. But in all seriousness, I'm back, guys. I'm going to be doing regular videos. We're back on the bodybuilding content. I'm going to be trying to do some new stuff as well to keep it fresh. You know what I mean? So definitely, dude, if you haven't, hit that subscribe button. Stick around. Take this journey with me. So this video, as you can tell by the title, is going to be the recap the recap of my Tren cycle, right? Like, what happened, how was it? Obviously it's over at this point. I have stopped running it. You know, at one point I was talking about just like running it forever, kind of. But we're gonna get into that, guys, so stick around. You know, we're gonna get in a couple seconds here. So lately, we're just going to talk about lately, what I've been doing, what my goals are, you know, bodybuilding, whatever. I took a little cruise after I got off Tren. I just was running tests, still pretty high dose, to be honest with you. I still was like around 420 or so milligrams a week. So I really, you know, I kept a good amount of the size, but I lost like all the water. So shit got crazy, dude, towards the end of my last cycle. I was like pushing doses. I was taking all kinds of shit, and things got crazy. So at the end of the cycle, man, I was running just 350 Tren, but I was running like 750 tests, like somewhere around that much EQ. I can't remember the number, but I think it was a little more, like 800 something EQ. And then I was also test Tren EQ, and I was running Anadrol and D-ball. I was like cycling D-ball and Anadrol. So as you can imagine, I poofed up pretty big. A lot of water, you know. And to be honest, I think I was a little bit too high body fat because it was the winter time and I was, you know, bulking, kind of eating like shit, to be honest, like a lot of us do, right? In the winter time, it is what it is. So I put on a little bit of fat, and it wasn't really optimal for, you know, what I was doing, the drugs that I was taking and the doses and everything like that. So my diet was not on point. It's like really the bottom line here. Diet was not on point, and my sleep was fucked too because of the Tren. I was like, all right, so this is where we're going to get into the Tren side of this, right? What did it do to me? What did it feel like and all that shit? And like, am I still a fan? Like, so what did it do to me? In the beginning, I kind of, you know, it was hard to notice. I started a really low dose. Started to feel a little bit more aggression, you know, nothing crazy. Definitely more aggression in the gym. And when I bumped the dose up to 50 milligrams a day, you know, I started to notice the strength increase, a little bit change in my physique. You know, I got definitely harder, a little bit more vascular. But like I said before, I was eating like shit, so I was kind of like fat, you know? I mean, bodybuilder fat. I wasn't like fat, but I was like fat for me. And I was still eating enough protein, but aside from that, I was just eating like shit. So, you know, you eat like shit, you're going to look like shit. It doesn't matter how many drugs you take. That's the truth, guys. If you eat like shit, you're going to look like shit. It doesn't matter. Unless you have God genetics, which some people do. Hey, good for you, man, if that's you. But that's not most of us, especially as you get older. So after the strength increased and the aggression, I kind of didn't notice anymore that I was on it. And I kind of just kept taking it. I wasn't even really getting bigger in the gym, which is stupid. Like, I was getting stronger. No, I was getting bigger. That's not true, but it just didn't look good. You know what I mean? I was like getting bigger. I definitely was going up on the scale, but I didn't like look good. And I stopped noticing that I was like on the drug. Like, I kind of convinced myself that the shitty sleep was just like normal and, you know, whatever. And it's a weird place to be in mentally. You know, you're convincing yourself that like these side effects aren't happening when they're definitely happening. And it's like, why are you fighting so hard to make this drug work? It's like shitty. Like, I don't understand. But there's like this drive, I don't know, in all of us, because it's Tren. Like, we want to use it, we want to make it work. So that's what I did. I pushed on, you know, I convinced myself that this shit was fine. And So it wasn't until after I came off it that I noticed all the fucked up things that were happening to me while I was on it, which is crazy, but it's the truth. I noticed, man, like a couple months in, whatever, I like lost pleasure in doing basically everything besides sex. I'm not even kidding. Music started to sound shitty. Like I love listening to music in the gym and everything. It just didn't. Nothing sounded good, so I stopped listening to it, and I was just like in the gym, angry, not thinking there's anything wrong with me, you know. Yeah, music started to sound bad. Like nothing was enjoyable. You know, my YouTube content fell off. Like if you guys been following me, you know. So again, I'm sorry for that, guys. It was just a weird fucking mindset I got put in, and I kind of want to let you know, man, that it's possible it could happen to you. I'm not saying it was definitely just because of the trend, but I don't think it helped. So anyway, so also with the lack of pleasure, you know, I didn't like music, everything like that. I also was holding so much water and peeing so much through the night, like so many times, guys, through the night. I'm saying like 4, 5 times I would wake up to pee through the night, and I didn't think anything of it at the time, right? Like that's not good for your kidneys. You know, like there's something that's not good. It's no good. So, you know, I was holding a lot of water. I'm sure my blood pressure was through the roof. I stopped tracking it at a certain point because I was nervous that I was high. That sounds so fucking stupid, but that's the truth, man. And I know there's some of you motherfuckers out there that do the same shit, so don't fucking, you know, come at me about it. I'm trying to be better. I have been checking it lately, and I am fine. You know, I do take telmisartan, so it keeps me in check. But I can tell, dude, when I was holding all that water and I was a poofy mess, you know, my blood pressure had to be elevated. There's no way. And I do wear a Fitbit, so I was tracking my heart rate, of course, the whole time, dude. Shot up, obviously, on the trend. It was like in the 80s. Resting heart rate was in the 80s the whole time. And I was like, it's fine. Everything's fine. Just so fucking stupid, man. So, yeah, luckily, that was my first experience with it. So it'll probably be my only experience with it, unless I find myself, you know, in a bodybuilding context, show, competition, where I want to look fucking ridiculous. And I'm lean enough. Because if you're not lean, dude, Tren doesn't even make you look that sick. You just, you know, poof, kind of. And a little bit harder, a little bit more vascular. But you don't look sick. That's just not how it works, dude. It starts in the kitchen. You know, the gym's important. Drugs are important. But if you eat like shit, I already said in this video, you're going to look like shit. That's the truth. So, you know, overall, man, it was a crazy experience. I'm glad that I did it, and I have this because it's something I learned, and now I can share with you guys. But would I recommend it to the average gym bro? You know, not really, man. There's a lot of side effects that come with this shit. If you really gotta try it, like, go ahead. I'd say try and set a time limit before you start for how long you're gonna do it too, because there's something weird about it where even though you feel like shit and you know it's shitty, you like keep doing it, and it's really weird. But I know a lot of people end up suffering from the same thing. You just like keep fucking doing this stupid ass drug. But now, you know, I've been off the shit for a while, so I feel way better, 100%. What I've been doing lately for my cycle, I'm gonna do another video on this. You know, maybe after this, honestly, I'm gonna do a couple. So stay tuned, guys. The content is coming. Current cycle running right now is if you made it this far, I'll just give you a little sneak peek. We're just running some NPP, EQ, and test, and that's it, man. And not crazy doses right now. You know, I don't look that sick or whatever, but I'm just, you know, I'm doing me, man. You know, I mean, I'm definitely the biggest guy in the gym. It's just like I judge myself, like, you know, against the pros, because why not? But yo, if you guys made it this far, you're a real one. I love you. Fucking leave me a comment, dude. Hit the subscribe button if you haven't. Stick around, dude. More content's coming. Peace.